Hello and welcome to Microsoft Copilot 365 Crash Course, a beginner's guide. I welcome you all. We are going to do hands-on with Microsoft 365 Copilot along with Word, PowerPoint and Excel. We will dive into further and see how Copilot can help us as an assistant to improve 10x productivity. Let's look at course outline. So the very first section is introduction. So here I am going to explain what is Microsoft Copilot, how it works, and what are different plans Microsoft offers for Copilot. And then when we dive into second section, it is getting started with Copilot in Word. So we will understand how to access Copilot in Word document, its features, and then we will draft or create content inside the Word document. We will edit the work document, summarize it, and outline, create tables, and create a list. Then it comes to third section, using Microsoft Copilot in PowerPoint. So here we will look how to access Copilot in PowerPoint, and then we will see how to create a presentation, enhance the existing slides and summarizing the slide. And then in the fourth section, we will be working with Excel along with Microsoft Copilot. So here we will summarize data, ask questions and generate formulas. Also, we will be looking at how to create charts and visuals, filter and sort data. In this section, we will understand about Microsoft Copilot. This is very useful tool, especially for individuals, teachers, students, business, corporate and marketing professionals and many more. So now let us see what is Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot is an AI powered assistant, or in other words, we can say whenever you start writing some instructions or prompts, you just type what you want. Copilot gives you the desired output. Microsoft Copilot is integrated inside or built into Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, and Teams, which makes work easier and faster. Are you excited to know how Copilot can help us in our day to day tasks? Let's look at some examples. Copilot help us to draft emails, create and summarize documents, make presentation slides, organize data in Excel, working with complex formulas, or even prepare notes from meetings. Microsoft Copilot also comes under generative AI, and it uses OpenAI large language model, that is GPT LLM. Behind the scene, it communicates to GPT LLM model, which is pre-trained on billions of data. Then you might be thinking, why there is need for Copilot when we have ChatGPT available with large user base? So the main difference is that when we send any request to ChatGPT, then that means we are exposing our sensitive data or information to OpenAI, which is available to public and getting trained on these data. To overcome this, Microsoft Copilot restricts data transfer within individual business or enterprise networks, similar to Outlook email, which resides within users' network or system. So now let's look at different plans available in Microsoft Copilot. It has mainly three plans. Copilot Standard, which is free version. Then there is a Copilot Pro version, which is paid. And we have Copilot Business or Enterprise version. We will look into the details of various plans in our upcoming sessions. In this lecture, we will understand how Microsoft Copilot works behind the scenes. We are going to break down how Microsoft Copilot actually works inside apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams. So don't worry, I will explain it in simple words so it's easy to follow. So let's get started.
Imagine you are working on any Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, or Teams. And let's say you type a prompt like summarize this document in the Word. That's where Copilot kicks in. It takes the request and start working in the background. So from here, the request goes to Copilot orchestration engine. Think of this like a smart traffic controller. It figures out what data is needed and where to send the request. So once it identifies, then from here, the next request goes to Microsoft Graph. This is like your personal work memory. It connects to your emails, documents, calendars, chats, and meetings. Copilot uses this to add context to the response so that the response is tailored. Now, Copilot also sends the request to large language model hosted on Azure OpenAI. This is where Copilot actually generates the text, summarizes it, the formulas, or even presentation slides. But wait, it doesn't just gives the answer back immediately. It first passes through Microsoft's responsible AI and security layer. This step checks that the response is safe, secure, and compliant with the organization rules. And then finally, the response comes back right inside the Word document. So, whether it's drafting an email in Outlook, building a chart in Excel, or creating slides in PowerPoint, Copilot helps to get it done faster. So, that's the magic behind Microsoft Copilot. It's not just AI, it is AI combined with work data, security, and Microsoft apps all working together. Pretty cool, right? In this section, we will understand different plans offered by Microsoft for Copilot. So, it has mainly three plans: Standard Copilot, Copilot Pro, and Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now, let's break it down to understand what each plan offers to the users. So, the first one is Standard Copilot, which is a Copilot chat. This is the free version and available for everyone. With this version, you will get basic AI features like help with writing small data tasks, and it only works on web and Copilot chat. On web, it can be accessed on Edge browser or on copilot.microsoft.com portal. On desktop, it is available on Start menu and also no priority access, which means sometimes it has some extra seconds to generate the response as it is waiting in queue, and the premium user request precedes the priority over free version, and it has limited features. It's perfect if you just want to try out Copilot with limited features without paying. Second one is Microsoft Copilot Pro. This one will cost you $20 per user per month. Here you will get priority access to GPT-4 Turbo, so it's faster and more reliable. You can unlock the Copilot inside the desktop apps like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and OneNote. And this plan is great for creators, freelancers, professionals who want AI built into their everyday tools and tasks. Then it comes to third one, which is Microsoft 365 Copilot. It costs $30 per user per month on top of your Microsoft 365 subscription. So you make sure that you have both the subscription, Microsoft 365, as well as you have to purchase the Microsoft Copilot Pro to access the Copilot within inside Microsoft apps. This plan is suitable for business and enterprise users or customers. It connects with Microsoft Graph data. That means it understands organization files, emails, chats, calendars, and documents. And this plan is designed for medium businesses that need AI at scale with enterprise level security and compliance, with domain tools, analytics, and data governance. As now we have got a glimpse of different plans, you can either go with free or paid plan, depends upon your need and requirement. Yeah, so that's all in this lecture.
In this lecture, we will understand how to access Copilot in Word document. I have purchased and subscribed to a Microsoft Copilot Pro. Make sure that when you log into Word document, it should be with the same account. You subscribe to Copilot Pro. If you use other account to log in, Copilot won't be available inside your Word document. So make sure that your Word and Copilot Pro account has to be same. Now, as I am already logged into my account, let's open Word document and create a blank document. Now the Word has opened. You can see that at top right there is a Copilot icon and is enabled. You can see it here, right? This is a Copilot icon. Now, there are two ways we can work with Copilot right inside the Word document to see its magic, how beautifully it helps us like an assistant to achieve our desired results within few seconds, which usually would have taken hours to some days. So the first way is to click on Copilot icon displayed on top right corner in the ribbon. So let me click on it. Yeah, so we can see now this has opened a Copilot chat window. Here in this input box, we can type the prompts to get the desired output. Now the other way Copilot is accessible is straight inside the blank document. So here we can see there is an input box. Here we can type any input prompt text and within few seconds it will do a magic for us. Some of you won't see this input box, there will be a pencil icon. And to display that, there is a shortcut Alt plus I. With that we can see the pencil icon. We will look more into the details in the next lecture. We will look at some of the Copilot features. On this blank document, we can see an input box where we can type our prompt or instructions. There is a dot icon. If we don't want this input box, so we can click on this dot icon and click on close Copilot. It will close the input box. If you want to add any reference document, so we can do it by clicking on this attach. So it will open up window where we can select the document and then we can ask Copilot to get the desired output. So from this attach, we can add the document we want to reference. It can be Word, PDF, PowerPoint or plain text format. It can even be an Excel file. We can add any of these as a reference. Okay, so let me type a prompt like draft an essay on pollution. Let me hit the generate button. Now we can see that it is drafting a document for us. We can see that it's generating an essay. Once the draft is generated, we can review the content. And if we are not satisfied, so here we can see this is a regenerate button. So we can click here to regenerate it. Or if we want to modify the prompt, we can click on the pencil icon. This will give us the option to modify our prompt. If we want to modify the prompt, we can click on the pencil or edit icon. That will give us the option to modify our prompt. So here we can modify the prompt and it will give us the desired result. Let me cancel it. If we are satisfied with the result, we can click on keep it button. This is a delete button. Let's say I don't want this content. I can delete it. Next we have the input box. If we want to make any changes to the existing content, for example, if I want to change the tone of the content, I can type something like change tone to casual and hit on generate. It will then redraft the content accordingly using the tone we specified. We can see, right, it has generated content with introduction, what is pollution, types of pollution, causes of pollution, effect of pollution, solutions to pollution, what you can do, and finally the conclusion. So here we can see it has generated a two draft version. For if we click on left arrow, so this is the original draft. If you want to keep the original draft, then click on keep it button. And if we want to go ahead with the second draft version, then we can click on right arrow and then click on keep it. On the right side, we have a Copilot chat. So let's say we have a long document and we don't want to read it line by line. In that case, we can ask Copilot to summarize the document. If I click here and hit the generate button or send button, it will generate a summary for us. You can see here, right? It is generating a summary. See here, summary has been generated. So now let's look at the Copilot chat features. Here you can see there is an input box where we can type a prompt. When we click on the plus button, it will show sample prompts. Let me click on view prompts. Okay, now it's loaded. So first we can see there are some filters. The first filter is prompt. Second filter, here we can see there are some options like understand, ask, create, edit, design, prepare, analyze, learn, and catch up. Similarly, we have category related filter. Here we can, if we want to generate a document with for human resource or communication, marketing, finance, so we can select either of one. So let me click on finance. So here let me select marketing. It will display prompts related to marketing. For example, one of the prompt might be create a value preposition. If I select that, it's get added to the input box. You can see it here, right? When I hit generate, Copilot will begin generating the content. You can see here, it started generating. It will take couple of seconds or minutes to generate complete content for us. Okay, so it has generated the content and we can see how quickly it created the content for us. It really saves us a lot of time. Now there's another feature called manage content preference. If I click here, I can enable or disable web search. If it is enabled, Copilot will search for web content like blogs, articles, and many more based on your prompt and then generate a response accordingly. This might lead to a copyright issue. So for now, let's keep it turned off. Third option is the microphone. Instead typing, we can use our voice. Copilot will transcribe our speech and type it into the input box. Now here we see three horizontal lines, a menu icon. If I click here, I can access chat history. If you want to view or delete any past conversations, you can do that here by clicking on chat history. So we can see there is a delete all Copilot history button available. So if we click here, it will delete all the previous history. Let me go back. So here you can see there is a plus icon. When we click on this plus icon, it creates a new conversation. Okay, so we have looked at Copilot features. Before winding up, one more important thing. If you want to start fresh, make sure to delete your chat history before continuing with the new chat. That way, any learning or memory from previous interactions will be cleared. In this lecture, we are going to explore how Microsoft Copilot can help us write professional, polished, and engaging blog posts right inside Microsoft Word. Whether you are a student, a digital marketer, or a business professional, blog writing can take hours. But with Copilot, we can plan, draft, and refine blogs in minutes. Let's dive into our first draft generation. So here in Copilot chat in the input box, I will write a prompt, write an essay on pollution, and then hit generate button. So we can see here it has started drafting. Yeah, so it has completed drafting the content for an essay. So here we have two options. One is like directly insert into the blank document, or we can copy and then paste it. So if I click here, insert, see here how magically it has updated the content in the main document page, right? Let me delete this and start a new chat. So this time I will draft a document by clicking on this pencil icon. It will open this input box. So here, so let's create another draft titled Top 10 Productivity Hacks for Remote Workers. So for this, I will write a prompt, write a 1,000 word blog post on topic top 10 productivity hacks for remote workers. Keep the tone friendly and engaging, and use examples for each hack, and then hit on generate button. So we can see here it has started drafting. So the title here it has written is top 10 productivity hacks for remote workers, and then introduction, set up a dedicated workspace, stick to a routine, use the Pomodoro technique, embrace task batching, and so on. And at last, we can see it has generated a conclusion also. So let's say we are not satisfied with this version. So we can click here it to regenerate. So we can see here, right? It is regenerating the content. Impressive, right? Copilot just wrote a full draft. Now we are going to look at another example how Microsoft Copilot can help in the retail industry. Specifically, how to create a product catalog intro in Microsoft Word. If you work in retail or marketing, you know how much effort it takes to describe products in a way that's professional, engaging, and consistent. Copilot makes this process easier by helping us to draft catalog introductions, product descriptions, and summaries in just minutes. Imagine we are preparing a catalog for a home decor brand. So, for that, I will go to another blank document and here I will write a prompt. Write a welcoming introduction for a retail product catalog of a home decor brand. Highlight modern design, affordability, and eco friendly values. Keep the tone warm and inviting. Now let's hit generate button. So we can see here it has started drafting the document. Beautiful, right? Copilot just gave us a professional and friendly intro. Notice how it captures the theme of modern, affordable, and eco-friendly living. In the next lecture, we will edit the draft to improve the content more better form. In the previous lecture, we had seen how Copilot can help us to draft a document. Now let's explore how to rewrite and edit the draft to the polished content. I will continue with draft which we created earlier for blog post to refine it, which will save hours of typing. Maybe I want to change it to more professional tone or maybe more casual. So let's try that. So let me edit the earlier prompt, and here previously I have mentioned tone as friendly. I will change it to professional and then hit regenerate button. So now we can see it is regenerating and with professional tone. Now let's say I want to keep it, so I will click on keep it button. Okay. So next I want to edit the introduction part. So I will click on this pencil button and I will write a prompt, rewrite the introduction in a casual tone suitable for LinkedIn members. And I will hit on generate button. Can you see here? It has created a new draft with casual tone. So if we want to keep it as a new paragraph, then we can click on keep it button. If we want to replace, then we can click on replace. So I will replace it here. So it has updated the introduction part. Can you see the difference? The same content but adapted for a casual tone. Now let's say we are not satisfied with the conclusion. Then we can ask Copilot to regenerate the content. Let me select the conclusion and click on pencil icon, and I can say regenerate the conclusion regenerate the conclusion in a friendly tone, and then hit on generate. Let's say I am not satisfied with this content, so I can click on regenerate button to get another version. You can see here, right here, it has created two copies. First one, second one, and second one doesn't look good. So I want to go with the first one. So I will click on left arrow. If you want to go again for the second one, then click on right arrow button, and then click on keep it. So you can adjust style based on audience, student, professionals, general readers. For blog, SEO is key. Copilot can help optimize text for search engines. So I will select the whole text and click on a pencil icon, and here I will write a prompt: optimize this blog for SEO, add keywords like remote productivity, work from home, and time management, and then hit generate button. So we can see it is generating a new version of the content. So as we did before, if we want to keep this new content and want to replace with the earlier one, we can click on replace. Or if we want to keep both the versions, then we can click on keep it button. So now we have full blog ready to share. So before winding up, just a quick reminder: the best practices when writing blogs with Copilot: always fact check Copilot's content. Be clear in your prompts. Add your personal voice. It makes the blog authentic. And Copilot has some limitations. So Copilot may generate generic content. So editing is always needed. So today we saw how Microsoft Copilot in Word helps us with the entire blog writing journey. From brainstorming ideas to outlines, drafts, tone adjustments, and SEO optimization. In this lecture, we will look at how to summarize the blog post or any other existing document. So sometimes we need a short version for newsletters or social media. In this lecture, we will ask Copilot to summarize the blog post for us. So let me go to end of the page, and then I click on this pencil icon, and write a prompt. Summarize this block into a 150 word LinkedIn post and then hit generate button. Great. Now we can see a short version is ready to share. But before that, I want to add some hashtags as well. So I will write it here. Add hashtags. See here how beautifully it has added hashtags like remote work, productivity, work from home, career growth, professional development, remote life work, smart, LinkedIn tips. So now, most of the times we get a document in Word, PDF, or text, or in some other format. And creating a summary out of this document is nightmare. Here, Copilot comes handy. We need to just attach the reference document as context and ask Copilot to summarize the document, and Copilot will do this within minutes. So let's see one more example. I have a Xiaomi company's income statement and I want to create a speech that results company's income statement. So before that, let me keep this content and then again click on pencil icon, and here I will attach the Xiaomi company's income statement. Let me attach it. Okay. Now I can write a prompt, write a speech for the Xiaomi stakeholders that summarizes the results of the company's income statement found in the attached file. So let me hit the generate button and see what it does. Can you see within minutes it has generated speech and summarizes the content from the document. So this was the external document attached, and then we asked it to generate a speech and summarize it. So let me open this document. I will show you what information this document has. So can you see here, this is an income statement where it has our details like revenue for last year, this year, and it has sub items like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, IT services, licensing fees, along with the cost and cost of goods, gross profit, operating expenses, total operating expenses, and then operating income, right? And so on. So, based on that, this has created a summary for us. So, we can go through with this summary and then we can prepare a document. So, this has been done within minutes, right? That's a cool feature of Copilot. In this lecture, we are going to explore how we can create an outline using Microsoft Copilot. Before we dive in, first we will brainstorm on blog ideas before generating outlines. So let's get started. Let's say I want to write a blog on productivity. I will ask Copilot for ideas. So I will write a prompt as suggest 5 blog post ideas around productivity, tips for remote workers. Click on generate button. Look at that. In seconds, I have topics like mastering the art of boundaries, how to separate work and life while remote, leveraging technology, the best productivity tools for remote teams, and so on. So let me pick one of the ideas. Now I have a topic like leveraging technology, the best productivity tools for remote teams. Now that we have chosen a topic, let's outline it. Before that, I will keep these ideas and then I will click on pencil icon. And then here I will type a prompt, create a detailed outline for a blog titled, and then I will paste my topic, include introduction, hacks with subpoints, and conclusion. Perfect. So we now have an outline generated. We can see it here like it has generated streamline communication, instant messaging platforms, and also it has listed in bullet points, right? So let's say from this blog ideas, I will select streamline communication instant messaging platform and then I would like to convert this in table. So I will write a prompt, convert this in table format. You can see it here, right? It has created a table with tool, features, tips, and segregated the content based on tool, features, and tips. So that's all in this lecture. In this lesson, we will look at how to access Copilot in PowerPoint and also we will understand its features. So let me open this PowerPoint. Okay, so here we have got the blank slide and we can see that there is a Copilot icon. If you don't see this Copilot icon, then make sure that you have logged into PowerPoint with the same account from which you have purchased Microsoft Copilot Pro paid plan. If you do not log in with the same account, then you won't see the Copilot icon here. So make sure that your Copilot Pro and your PowerPoint presentation login account is same. Then you will be able to see the Copilot. All right. So now we will look at the features it provides on PowerPoint. So first is this Copilot icon. So if we click on Copilot, it will open a chat window. So another way is to access the Copilot is click on the star icon. And then here we see there are different options. Create a new presentation, create a new presentation with file, add a slide, add a topic, ask Copilot. So any of these suggestions, if we select, then these text will be seen in the input box of the Copilot chat window. Alright, so another one is like we can see here there is a input box. So if we click here, it has like Copilot suggestions, find in document. So under Copilot suggestion, it has create a presentation. How can Copilot help? And in the find in document section, there is show matching text results, chat with Copilot, tell us what you think about search, right? Now on the Copilot chat, it has same features. I'm not going to repeat it again. Please go back to Copilot with Word section. What all features Copilot chat has, you will be able to understand. That's all in this lecture. In this lecture, we will understand how to draft or create a PowerPoint presentation from scratch. So on the Copilot chat input box, I will type the prompt. Here I will add a text. Create a presentation of 5-slide strategy roadmap for an e-commerce client. Show market analysis, growth opportunities, competitor insights, technology roadmap, and year-wise action plan. And I have given some pointers like market analysis with charts, competitor insights side by side, year 1, year 2, year 3 roadmap slides, technology upgrade timelines, and final recommendations. So now let me hit a generate button. It has started generating. So now we can see it is asking us if we want to click on create new presentation. So let us click on this. Great. So now we can see that it has generated 6-slide presentation and it has included conclusion as well. So the first slide talks about it is like a heading or title strategic roadmap for e-commerce success, market insights, growth opportunities and action plan. And in the second slide, we can see it has added e-commerce market trends, market size insights, consumer purchasing behavior, and it has added image as well. Isn't is a good feature from Copilot, right? And we can see it has properly formatted the slides, added the images and the contents. So this has created a slide for us in minutes. Otherwise, it would have taken hours to create 6 slides. Now let us look at another example. So let me click on Copilot icon. So in this prompt, I am creating a presentation on photosynthesis for high school students using simple language, and I am asking it to add diagrams of the process and include 2 quiz slides at the end. So my prompt is create a 10-slide presentation on photosynthesis for high school students, use simple language, add diagrams of the process and include 2 quiz slides at the end. So now let me click on generate button. So again I will click on create new presentation. So now we can see that our slides are ready and it has added outline as well. You can see it, right? and it has generated a beautiful images along with the content and the format. So we can see that how it can help teachers and students, and it can create beautiful presentation within minutes. So our slides are ready, and we can see that how beautifully it has created a presentation for us, and it has 36 slides and conclusion, and it has added images according to the content. So this will be a great help to teachers and students when they want to create some presentation. Instead of putting many hours for thinking, designing, and then coming up with a presentation, Copilot help us to do this within minutes. So that's the amazing cool feature of Copilot. So we will look at more features, how we can edit the content, images, summarize the presentation in the upcoming lecture. In the previous lecture, we have seen how to create a presentation. In this lecture, we will edit the presentation based on our requirement. So let me open Copilot chat. So let's add a new slide to create an agenda. Let me type a prompt, create an agenda. So we can see here, right? It has added strategic roadmap agenda and understanding e-commerce market trends and consumer behavior, analyzing competitor strength and identifying market gaps, exploring growth, exploring growth opportunities and prioritizing initiatives and so on. Okay. So in this fifth slide, I want to modify the tone of the content to professional. So I will select the pencil icon and then click on Make Professional. You can see it has made some changes. Now, if I want to add more slides, so we can ask Copilot to help us with adding more slides. Add 5 more slides, which will include more details on this presentation, and then hit generate button. Okay, so here we can see, right, it has added another 5 new slides for us. Now let's say I want to replace this image with another image. So I will ask Copilot, we work on selected image in a slide. So now Copilot has integrated with Designer, which is also a Microsoft tool to generate images. So now we can see it is generating some images. So like say it has given us 4 image options. So if we are satisfied with this, then we can replace. So when we insert this image, then designer will give us a slide options, how you want to showcase this image. So it has given us lot of options. So whichever is looking better, we can replace this with existing one. So let me select this, and we can see that how easily it replaces this image. If we don't want this image, so manually now we have to go and delete this, and then we can adjust it accordingly based on our need. Alright, so this is how we can replace the image or add a new image along with the existing one. So these are some cool features which Copilot provides us, and it does within minutes. That's all in this lecture. In this session, we will look at how can we summarize the presentation. Here we can see that we have a presentation on photosynthesis, which has around 36 slides and then conclusion. So instead of going through with all these slides, understanding it and then summarizing, this will take lot of time, right? So here we can ask Copilot to summarize it for us. So I will write a prompt, summarize the slide for a newsletter, and then hit generate button. So we can see here, right? It has generated the summary. Photosynthesis made simple, understanding how plants make food. So this slide provides a clear guide to the process by which plants create their own food through photosynthesis. It aims to simplify the complex mechanism involved, making it easier for readers to understand how plants convert light energy into chemical energy. So now we can see Copilot has given us more suggestions like make the summary more concise or add a fun fact about photosynthesis. Let me go with add a fun fact about photosynthesis. So now we can see it is generating. Okay, so here we can see it has added a new slide with fun fact photosynthesis and oxygen production. So this is how we can summarize, and based on the summary and more suggestions, we can add a new slide as well. So that's all we have in PowerPoint presentation. In this session, we will understand how to access Copilot, and also we are going to look at how to summarize data, ask questions about data, and then generating formulas in Excel. All right, so to access Copilot, on the top right corner in the ribbon, we can see there is a Copilot icon. So this is one way from which we can access Copilot. Another one is like if you select any cell, so here there will be a star icon. So when we click on it, it will give us some ready-made prompts like get deeper analysis results, suggest a formula column, summarize using pivot tables or charts. So we can select any of these. So it will open a Copilot chat and we can hit generate button to get our results. And this is another way where we can access Copilot. So when we click on chat with Copilot, it will open a chat window. And the third way is like if we type equals to and give space. So here in the input box, we can write our prompt and then hit on generate button. All right. So now today we will understand how to generate summarization. We will ask questions about data and then we will look at how to generate formulas. So let's start. First, let me open chat window. Okay. So Copilot chat window is ready. Now we can type a prompt. So here I am trying to summarize the sales performance by region for the last quarter. So I've added a prompt. Show me which region performed the best and which one needs attention. So let me hit on generate button. So we can see it is generating. It is analyzing now. So here we can see it has generated sales summary by region last quarter for each region like east, west, south, north, and these are the total sales. So just now we saw how easy it is to get the most of the information from the existing data we have in Excel sheet. So right now I am having very less data, but in a real scenario, data might be in millions, right? So in that case, we need to add formulas, and then it will take a lot of time to generate to get the summary either by region or either by category. So Copilot here helps us to do this task within minutes, right? So we will look at more examples. So now let me ask a question to Copilot. So here is my prompt. Give me the total sales by product category for the last 6 months in table. Okay, let me hit generate button. So here we go. It has generated our total sales by product category for last 6 months, January to June. So here we can see in the product category clothing. So total sales is around 347,030.79 rupees, right? So similar way we can generate many more things out of this Copilot. So we will look at another example. Let's say that I want to know which product had the highest revenue in quarter 2, and I want to display it in table format. So this is my prompt. Which product had the highest revenue in quarter 2? Show in table. So once I hit generate button, it will start analyzing and it will generate a quarter 2 sales report. Yeah, bingo. So here we can see, right, product category and then total sales. So under this product category, we have different products like groceries, furniture, clothing, and how much sales it has done in quarter 2. This is how Copilot will help us to get the information from the sales report. All right. So now we will look at to generate a formula for profit margin. So I will write a prompt, write a formula to calculate profit margin as profit divided by sales. So let me see what it does. Okay, so here we can see it has given us a formula. We can have it like equals to profit divided by sales, and it has generated more formulas like equals to G2. So from the G column, row 2 onwards, divide by E column from row 2, right? So same thing we can apply it here like equals to G2 divided by E2, and then here we can see, right? So now if you want to calculate cumulative sales by month, then our prompt will be generate a formula to calculate cumulative sales by month. So it is calculating and here it will give us a formula. Let's look at, yeah, so it has generated a formula. We can apply this formula to get the desired output, right? Now let's say I want to generate a formula which will calculate the year over year growth percentage of total sales. So for that, my prompt will be write a formula to calculate the year over year growth percentage of total sales. So let's see what it does. So we can see this has generated a formula. So let me ask it to generate a data. Generate data in table format. So we can see it has generated total sales based on year. In 2003, how much sales it was, and year on year growth. So for that, it has written the formula. That formula we need to apply and then get the total, right? So this is how it helps us to overcome with the time spent when we do these things manually. And with the help of Copilot, it even gives us the formulas within fraction of seconds, right? Not even it takes a minute. So for some questions, it might take a minute, but mostly it generates output within a minute. So this is the cool feature of Copilot, and this will drastically help us in our productivity. Isn't it right? Fine. So in our next lecture, we will look at creating charts and visual out of this, right? So for now, that's it in this session. In this lecture, we will look at how to create charts and visuals. I have a retail sales data which has store ID, region like east, west, north, south, product categories like groceries, clothing, sports, furniture, etc. And it has a sales data for every month and the cost along with the profit. Okay, so now say that I want to create a bar chart showing total sales by region for Q1. So for that, I will have a prompt, create a bar chart showing total sales by region for quarter one. Let me hit generate button. It is analyzing now. Now it is generating a bar chart for us. Yes, so we can see it has generated a bar chart. Let me try to open a new tab. Okay, it seems it has downloaded. So open me that file. Yeah, so now we can see that it has generated a bar chart. Let me show you in bigger size. So here we can see total sales by region for Q1. Here on the left side on Y axis we have total sales, and in the X axis we have all the regions east, north, south and west, right? So this is how we can generate bar charts. So now let's take another example where we will compare sales across all regions. So let me type a prompt, create a column chart comparing sales across all regions. It is analyzing. So yeah, here we can see it has generated a column chart for us, right? Now let's take another example where I want to generate a pie chart, right? So pie chart for total sales across product categories. So my prompt will be create a pie chart for total sales across product categories. Let's generate that. I don't see the image, so let me select just show the pie chart image and then hit generate button. We can see here, right? So there was some issue generating the pie chart. Copilot says that it looks like the pie chart image was not saved in the previous step. So let me generate again. Here we go. So it has generated a pie chart, right? So this is how we can generate chart. So in the next lecture, we will see how to filter and sort data. In this lecture, we will understand how to filter and sort data from the existing sales data, what we have seen in our previous lectures. So I will continue with the same data. So here, what I am trying to do is filter the data to show only stores with sales greater than $50K. Right. So let me hit generate button. So here we can see it has generated data for us which has store ID, reason, so now we can see it has generated a table for us with data like store ID, reason, product category, month, sales, cost, and the profit, right? But here the problem is we have asked to generate a sales data with sales greater than 50K dollar, right? But here we can see it has listed cost with and profit which has less than 50K dollars. So we have to refine our prompt. Let me copy the earlier prompt. Column should only include store ID, product category, and sales. Do not show data below $50K. Do not show sales data below 50K. Let's see what it does now. So now we can see, right? It has generated a table with store ID, product category, and sales. And sales value is above 50K dollar. It doesn't have any data which has less than 50K, right? So this is how we can refine our prompt if we are not getting the desired output from the Copilot, right? So we will look one more example. So here we will say filter the data to show only electronic sales below 50K dollars. Include store ID, product category, and sales. Right. So here what we are trying to do, we are trying to filter the data to show only electronic sales which is below 50K dollars. And I am saying that I want to have a column only with store ID, product category, and sales. Let me hit generate button. So here we can see it has filtered out the electronics data which has sales below than 50K dollars, right? So this is how we can try with filtering the data. Now I will show you how to sort. So I will have a prompt like sort sales data by product category in ascending order. Right. So here I am trying to sort sales data by product category in ascending order. So let us see. So it has not listed the sales data. So I will optimize my prompt saying that shows sorted data with sales. So it has sorted based on the product category, right? It starts with C. First letter is C, clothing, and then it goes to electronics, furniture, groceries, sports, right? So this is how we can do a sorting based on our requirement on any of the columns. So Copilot has done this task within a minute, right? Just we need to optimize our prompt what we exactly need it. Before, we would have gone here and then we would have applied sorting, right, based on the column, right? Let's say I want to sort this column, right? So here, if we go and say sort ascending, so based on that, it would have done the sorting, right? But here with the, if we want to see the data with a lot of columns along with the sorting, so we can write it in plain English what exactly we want as a output. So this is how it helps. That's all in this lecture. Thank you.